Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Smoke.
Let's go, fam. So much to get into, so much to talk about. I think I should be good. Levels are good, bro. You on set, right?
Bro, yeah, I'm on locations. I'm in my little temporary apartment, fam, so my usual setup ain't here today.
Come on. Let's get straight into it still. I'm going to have to do the roll call because obviously in it anymore right now. Yeah. So good. Anyway, let's do it. Still, we got Untraceable Don, Muller, Stay Blessed Be Real, Jack Scam, October Red. October. Listen, she's got levels. She's powerful. She's powerful in boxing, fam. Sir Alex Ferguson, good to see you.
Hold on. There's a lot of people saying there's some sound issues still. Who is that? Is it me or?
I don't know. What about now?
Is it just my sound or is it both of our sound?
What about now? Are we good?
Someone says sound is blessed now. Seems to have sorted itself out.
Better now.
Maybe it's not Wi-Fi. Maybe it's everyone else. Maybe it's everyone else.
Fine now.
So it was everyone else, bro.
No, it can't be, bro. It can't be the whole community. Let's do it again. Anyway, so you're obviously on set. Yeah, they don't even know that. You're on set.
Yeah.
That's so mad running back.
It's mad, bro. I'm in Manchester now. Chilling. I'm in Manchester filming.
That's it. So you're getting
to it. Bro. Yeah, bro. It's mad.
I'm gonna do the roll call because you obviously can't do it because you ain't seeing what I'm seeing, right? So let me run the roll call. It's different, but we gotta go for it. Let's go. Untraceable, Muller, Stay Blessed Be Real, Jack Scam, October Red. And you know, October Red's got certain powers that we didn't even know, fam. She's a big head honcho in this boxing thing.
We're gonna call her October Heyman. October Heyman.
I was gonna thank October Heyman. All right, Sir Alex, SJW, Uncle Jonah, Osborne, Tony Pugilist, Tony, Declan, Mr. A, White Tony, Mr. RAC, Enoch, where we go? North Bank Bren, bruv, with the Dorset tones.
Velvet tones, bro.
Velvet, bro. Listen, this disgruntled Buddha kills me every time. Dan the Mat, this drop a bomb for him. No one does it like him on Twitter, bruv. Let's go. Fan TV, bro. AMG2, Flybo 98, Thomas J. Listen, it's getting nuts. It's getting long still. I don't know how you do it, bruv. Nev, I'm gonna stop seeing, bruv. Kelly, Skyline, Nimble. No, it's long. This is long. You
That's hilarious.
I'm not on it.
That's hilarious.
No, big up everyone. The national, them man there still. Big up you lot. Can we get into this thing? We need to get into this thing called boxing. Bro, because right now, I want to tell you first things first, how I want to set this off. I just want to give a big shout out, to my boy Triple D. He's now free, fam. He fought for freedom, bro. He is free at last, fam. You see?
So I owe all this freedom to Triple D, bro. Freedom and peace.
Bro, without D, the modern day Rosa Parks of our time, fam, because that freedom that I didn't know was peak for us.
He gave us freedom and peace with a giant, was it a left hook? Was it a left hook that gave us his freedom and peace? That was insane.
If we knew
that. We'll have to name that belt after MLK.
If we knew that's all it took was beating, bro, the freedom.
Fam.
But again, big up to him though, because let's get into it. Dubois said this is a smoky settings, you know. Dubois says, it's Parker or Dillian White. Community at home. What are you telling me?
He needs to relax.
Wait, don't just spoil it, man.
No, okay.
Wait. Why do you want to spoil it? Don't tell him to relax straight away. He says Parker. He says
Trevor Bryant.
I know he said a madness after he won. He was like, I'm ready for anything right now. I feel good. I feel ready. I said, listen, let him feel those emotions, bro. Let him feel those emotions.
Cool. Yeah.
And then after, bro, you know, me and you witnessed Riakhporhe fight our guy, the Ghost. Yeah. had the ghost crawling like Simba. It was very nuts. It turned.
We don't have to keep referring back to it though.
Oh, bro, if it was the crew, fam, it was the R&B crew from the. It was crazy. It was the R&B crew.
R&B crew, you know, that's funny still.
It happened. It happened, didn't it? And it was nuts. But we was like, why did he do it? Big man, I'm telling you now, yeah, this guy, Riakhporhe, the highlights that he gets, yeah, or what people do after he's hit them, it's a bit nuts. Because let's have it right, yeah?
He went down. But you know what it was, yeah? That left to the body, it's an off button for humans, bro. No. You hit it right, it's over.
No, what you have to understand was, because every time this man's hit someone does something mad. So you had the crew, yeah, but what I saw the other day, I think was even worse. The trainer ran in the ring. It wasn't even the white, bro, it wasn't the white towel. He picked up any towel that was close.
Green. It was green. Usually
you got to throw the towel and you got to be on that one.
Bro.
He threw it in. Bro, he
ran in.
With the blue one. Ah, no.
He ran in with the towel and literally made sure that the ref could. He's like, don't hit my guy again. Don't hit him again. That's...
He ran in the ring. No, do you know what kind of conversation I want to have with my coach after you ran in the ring? Because I can't fight no more. You're not my after you ran in the ring, yeah, like that was an unjustified sprint, yeah. You could have done it more
like, you could have done a bit more relaxed, like yeah. No worries, no more. He ran in with so much desperation, bro. So much desperation. And the thing is, you know it was the right thing to do. And you know the guy knew his fighter well, because the minute the towel was seen by the ref and it was over, he threw himself down, bro. He threw himself to the floor again.
Man done the Ryan Giggs celebration, man. Man done the Ryan Giggs Arsenal FA Cup celebration, man. He was spinning out the towel, bro. Listen, shouts out to him, but that power is real. We seen it close up. Yeah, the power's real, bro. The power's there. Now, at the end of the fight, Shalom wasn't really like
Riakhporhe. When them man said, who do you want next? And he started naming all the names. When he said Okolie, I just didn't like the energy when Shalom was doing that, man. I was like, listen, bro.
Shalom's energy was off. Riakhporhe said Riakhporhe wants Okolie. This is what he's saying.
The way he did it was a bit mad, though, because it's like, he's like, he named all the names, he's the press court, and it's like, calm. He goes, is Okolie someone that you guys be thinking about? And he just turned to Riakhporhe, like, I'm sure he definitely wants it. I was just like, you could have just said it. You as the promoter,
you gotta put down Shalom. I think Riakhporhe was giving. He said I know he wants to fight.
No, Riakhporhe was giving stoicism. You know when a man is stoic in power, like man, just looking in the distance, like yeah, talk about my thing, talk about my like. He was giving it that one. So when Shalom kind of just like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you want to. I was like, nah, bro, you're supposed to really want that, but yeah, I don't know.
But when we get into it, and this is the beautiful, listen, the person that gave me that segue, the DAZN and Sky beef. Woo!
Remember what we said about the master bedroom? They got the master bedroom now.
Bro, they
said, I'm not paying the mortgage for another month until I can go into that bedroom. Don't tell me I can't access that.
Listen right now, and this is why it gets nuts, because Shalom and DAZN, they have Eddie Hearn and them man have to come together, sit down, and work out an Okolie fight deal. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make. It's gonna be hard to make, but I don't want to get into that part of. I don't want to get into the promoter bag. I just want to talk about what does that fight look like, because like both guys have serious power. We got to see AJ's new trainer firsthand, up close.
In person, operating.
Listen, operating. So, all right.
Ringside conversation that we can't even reveal.
We can't even reveal the ringside.
Oh, my word.
You know when man say to us now, yeah, it's off the record, you know. That's the new one. I didn't even know that. I was like, bro, there's a record.
There's like, a few off the record combos that happened that Saturday night still. Part 1 was on October Red Channel.
Yeah, it was real.
Very exciting times.
It was a really exciting, but I have to give, you know what I want to do, yeah? I need to give respect to the DAZN, yeah? Because the Golden Boy card, yeah, that we got the other day, the Mungia Kelly card, brother. We saw some good fights, you know. Oscar, fam. It's another one to watch. There you go. And then there was a fight for me that was just weak. Evan Sanchez. So I remember last time I came on there talking about Evan Sanchez because he fought some MMA dude. Yeah?
Fam. That Sanchez fight. Go on, talk.
Or MMA dude the other time, yeah. And this is what I'm saying about people not learning, right? Sanchez, the range, like he can fight at a range, yeah. But for some strange reason, he's like, yo, I'm inside fighting all day, all night. Like, this is me. Yeah. It is like, it don't make no sense, bro. Because
it's crazy. And he had the Prince Nassim shorts on as well on Saturday. You know what I mean? The feather Adidas with the black set. I said, bro, like, that's fully Naz's shorts, but go ahead.
Because they wanted to build him. They were hoping, they were trying to build like this guy to be the next guy. Unfortunately, Ortiz had another plan. Let me make sure his name's Ortiz that he fought. It was
Carlos Ortiz.
Carlos
Ortiz said, listen, if you want to get into my play in my pen, my quarters, bro, you're gonna get smoked, fam. And every time they got into the close exchange, Sanchez was doing well, but it was just such an uncomfortable territory, bro. I was like, why do you want to do that? You're taller than him, you're youthful, you got legs, you got feet, you can move well, and for no reason at all, you got yourself clipped and tucked in.
Bruv. Yeah, so hold tight for him, fam. It's a bit mad. Mungia, who wants to see? I came here, I like turned up, and I was talking to Trav, and I was like, Trav, you know, because it's hard to get Triple G's locked in, yeah, to a situation with Canelo right now. Does anyone want to see Chris Eubank Jr. versus Mungia? Does anyone want to see it? Because
Chris Eubank Jr. is not looking at that weight class.
So what's going on? Because he's in that Triple G. He can fight in that weight class, definitely.
No, I don't know. What I'm saying is he's not looking at that weight class. It might be his weight class. He's not looking at that weight class for opponents. Where's Conor Benn at? Where's the Kell Brooks of the world? He wants something different. No, I don't know where he's at.
But do you know why that's magic? Because me and you had a conversation even on the way home from that fight, yeah? And I was like, Chris Eubank, because we now meeting fighters and we have to keep it real when we meet these fighters, right? And I said, what does a Chris Eubank Jr. conversation look and sound like, right?
What do you mean?
Remember we said we was talking, me and you were talking the other day, because we're saying, bro, we're meeting fighters and we're having conversations, right? And it's like we can't lie when you meet these fighters. And I was like, bro, so how's that Chris Eubank conversation sound? And was like, you know, I'm confused about your weight class. I'm confused about what you want to do in this sport. That's what I was thinking. I was breaking it down. I was like, what are you doing?
It's one of the ones where you just think to me, I don't understand your career. Like the way it's gone from the start to this point here, there's been a lot of unnecessary left turns. It's like he's been listening to the old intros of the pod, fam, and he's just been like, left turn, break, hard break, no reason. Like the stuff that he's done with his career, I'm like, so what's the game plan now? What's the game plan now? I don't understand.
Yeah, because I said I was confused with the Khan call out. But I'm saying if he said a name, yeah, that makes you say, ooh, like, you know, like to draw us back in, I'd be interested, is my thing. So
yeah, because he's a pay-per-view guy. Like he should be a pay-per-view fighter. That's it. The personality's there. Like we cannot deny the fact that if this guy is in a big fight, he's gonna have the country's attention.
Yes.
But it's just yeah, you know what? Cross, you're right. Man said he's got bread already. That might be the problem, fam. He's got pain.
I sleep in silk pajamas. What do you mean?
Right. Yeah, for him, it's different. He's on that energy for no reason at all, fam.
Before I open up the lines, we just want to say Floyd Mayweather got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Really
legendary.
Let us know what you think about that as well. Call in, let us know what you think about that. What does the AJ move mean? Does it mean
AJ on DAZN? Oh man, bro, man got that Mbappe deal in boxing. You know, he said, I'm signing, but I want shares in this. I want to have a say on the board for this thing. I want to be so involved in everything that you man do. That's how I'm signing. I said, yo, that's
equity, fam.
Equity. The business is businesses, bro. I'm telling you right now. The minute 258 get into entertainment, sign me up. I'm ready to sign.
You're a disgrace.
I'm the first 258 comedian, bro.
Not the 258 comedian, bro.
And I want the same rollout as well. You know the picture for no reason.
What does this mean for boxing, though? What is this like? It's mad. Like, well, does it make the fights harder to like?
Put it this way, yeah. Put it this way: DAZN as a business model. Because I've seen a few debates today. People saying, "Oh, are they going to make money? This is not like they're putting a lot there." Listen, DAZN are moving like Netflix. DAZN are moving like Netflix. Netflix were operating on a minus for a very long time before they started to hit profit. Yeah, they spend to build. Do you understand? So you can imagine when Netflix first came out, people would have had the exact same things to say. But DAZN, they need to boost the content. Do you know what I'm saying? The content needs to come, and I think they're gonna be shelling out peas. They clearly got bank, and they're gonna try and go through that way. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that like it would have taken a lot to get AJ away from Sky Sports. Because AJ clearly was very much like, listen, like Sky he still recognizes the platform talk. Do you know what I mean? Because the platform talk has been, they've really been letting people know where the platform. It's like, okay, cool. But the zone said, we got bank, bro. Things can be bought. Wow. They're doing Chelsea Premier League going back, way back. Do you know what I mean? When that first started happening?
Again, they've gone all in with AJ, right? That means AJ actually has to win his rematch, bro. Because
not really. Well, of course he does. Of course he does, but for many reasons as well, not just the DAZN thing. But AMG2 said DAZN are going to be bidding heavy on Champions League and Premier League matches. Bro, them man they're deciding that, you know what? All this platform talk, we're going to level up the platform talk, bro. So you talking about platform, we're going to do platform stuff then. They're going to create a platform. That's what they're going for. That's what this is about. It's not really about with hedged up bets on AJ to win. It don't matter. They're just like, no, we want to have value on this platform here so that we can do what we're going to do and build. Because remember, AJ's got like, 5 years left of his career? DAZN ain't picking out on 5 years. They trying to last.
Well, they're both their champions of the network got punched up though. So we have the Canelo one and we have the AJ one, but it should be I know they'll be all right, but I'm just saying that your champion win though.
But enough men are showing up to watch the rematch for both of those brothers.
Of course. Let me quickly read this Trey 896. He's saying, what do you guys think of delusional fighters who say they won after a clear loss? Cambosis, Canelo, Rolly, Tio, P.S. Haney never been a close fight. He dominates most of the fight every time. That's the question for the people today. So you lot know, opening up the lines. This is what's on. These are the topics today. Okolie, Riakhporhe, both man got power. One is probably further along, but what happens in that one? Because they both got turn off TV power. They both have it. Yeah. And it looks like one guy's got in both hands. I'm not saying he's better, but what does that fight look like? Then you've got Dynamite Dubois, bruv, versus who I call the new gatekeeper of the heavyweight division is Dillian White. I believe that he's coming to gatekeeper territory right now. And this is Dubois only asks for him purely because he sees him that way as well. He sees him as the stepping stone to announce yourself in the division. Do you want to talk about Mayweather and share some whatever you want to say about Mayweather being 50-0, Hall of Fame inducted? And then what is anyone having that Munguia versus
Eubank Jr.?
That's it. Those are the topics. Call in. And AJ, if you want to talk about AJ, call in. Let's get into it. Let's go, fam.
Crush G-Flow saying, nah, Derek's the gatekeeper. Nah, bro. Derek ain't the gatekeeper no more, you know.
Derek can't keep the gate no more. Someone else has got to hold the gate, fam.
Yeah, I don't think Derek is the one man at the gate now.
Allow it, bro. He can't just be on. He can't be looking after the gate, fam. Because
he's on his own private mission now. He's just like, listen, I'm fighting because I love to fight. They don't have the same hit. Dillian White is kind of slightly in that one.
No, Dillian is becoming. He has to play a role in this thing. So he has to step into the gatekeeper role, innit? Like you have bare fights, and if you beat him, you're official. You know what I mean?
You're respected.
You're official. If Dillian beats Dubois, what does that do for Dillian? No one's gonna be like, you're the guy. There you go. All right. Yo, Lennox, you're starting. You're setting pace, bro.
All right. So let's start with the big Femi talk, yeah?
Let's go.
Femi's a global brand. DAZN runs boxing. You know what I mean? The man been had the peas. They've been spending the peas.
1 second. Travis, what'd you bring in thingy for? What's going on?
Did it? He just brought himself in.
Nah, what you doing, bro? Have you got an issue with him?
Remove me.
This guy. Hit the link and join.
Man, trying to remove me.
Now go on, bro.
Bro, I was gonna say, sorry, Cook.
But no, DAZN's got boxing on lock. You take it.
You think so?
Fam, they got the two biggest names in boxing. Let's keep us on this. Let's keep this quite clear. You go to South Africa, there's AJ's on television in South Africa. You go to the Middle East, AJ's on television in the Middle East. You go to Japan, AJ's in Japan. Fam, 2 months ago, my man was on MSG and he's not even fighting. The boss, he had the poster for the boss ads and that on MSG. He's a global brand.
Okay.
So he's a global brand. And then if you talk the boxing thing, yeah, you got Canelo. Them men are on a global thing. They're not on a local territory, you know what I mean, 5-block radius thing. So locking off the two people is different. And FYI, I'm not sure why anyone had any debate that AJ was going to DAZN. You know, the equity deal happened way back in the US. He's been at DAZN equity since the US.
Oh.
Yeah, but Sky was still involved, so that's what the confusion was about.
No. Remember, you might have seen a picture that only about people that were on set that day have seen. You get me? Remember a certain face-off or for a certain fight that didn't happen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. But Sky was still under the impression that they had this thing locked in like up to a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they thought they had the US territory. What I'm saying is he had the equity situation with DAZN. They just hadn't locked in the UK. You get me?
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah, so that was the thing. So yeah, on the Riakhporhe thing, Riakhporhe thing, I got a card for you. You know what the card's going to be called, yeah? It's going to take place. It's got to be neutral territory in Nige, but it's going to be called Tribal War. The card's going to have AJ versus Joe Joyce, Riakhporhe versus Okolie. Tribal War in Nigeria.
I promise you that ain't gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
No. I'm just. It's a pitch. You get me? You better. It's a pitch. That's the pitch.
It's a strong pitch. I'm gonna let you know. We ain't gonna never see it. It'll be wicked though, but we would never see it.
Them will be sitting in the boardroom like, how are we gonna sell that to the UK and the US? I don't see how.
No, but KG, you get it, fam. Or do I need to spell it out for you?
It'll be brilliant.
I get it, bro. I'm just saying, ain't no one of these networks backing that.
Someone said this is the guy.
Don't King said it. But them yellow and blue.
That's what I'm on. You know what I mean? They gonna do it. You know, you got the Yoruba guy versus the Igbo guy. You know, you got the Rivers guy versus the Yoruba guy. You know what I mean?
Peace Championships of Nigeria.
You're trying to do a mad thing in Nigeria, fam.
Bro, the Freedom and Peace Nigeria version.
Nah, fam. That's a mad card still. Mad card still.
What are you telling me? You saw the Mungia performance. Wait, was he banned, by the way? Can I ask you about that?
About what?
Did he get banned, Mungia? Because I saw something on BoxRec that said that, what was it? Suspended by the California State Athletic Commission. But I didn't know what that was about. I think that missed me.
No, I didn't see anything on Box Rec. I mean, fight went through clearly, unless man pissed hot or something like that. You know what I mean? But obviously, that would have been on mainstream news and that.
Yes, I don't know what that was about, but I right now I can see it right in front of me on the Box Rec. So I don't know what that is, but
sometimes it's precautionary afterwards.
Okay, yes, it is what it is. But I was just wondering if any inside information.
Box Rec's a bit slow still. I'm not even sure why man them all refer to Box Rec's a bit slow. Sometimes a man take like a week to put results up.
What do you call it? But listen, anything else you want to talk about Mayweather being inducted? What do you think about that? Just Mayweather's career in general.
He's had a phenomenal career. I mean, obviously, certain things that he's done definitely changed boxing. Some would say probably for the worse, but he's definitely because you know what he's what. No, it's not that. He created this thing where now promoters are trying to move man safe. You get me? Like, that's what it was. You see, when you lot were on the Ben Shalom thing, yeah? I'll tell you exactly what you saw there. That man does not have Okolie peas. That's what it's down to. You're going to have to ship Richard over to DAZN. You know what I mean? Was it last week you man were on the fake Afrobeats thing with Wilder? You heard Nah, I was gonna give you some Okolie bars. He said, if you knew what Eddie Hearn pays me, you'd know I'm living good, baby.
Nah, he was moving mad. But how do you see that if they go in a ring? Last question, how do you see that one going?
It's who lands first. It's who lands first. Because you see, my man Savon slept Okolie twice. So I know Okolie can be slept.
It's a long time ago though, man.
Fam, listen, you man said the same thing when I said that about what's his name? What's the French man they were trying to sell as a French agent? Yeah, remember you man said the same thing. When are you man gonna stop arguing with me, cuz? When are you man gonna stop it? When are you man gonna stop it?
We will never hear back in Tony Yoka. Don't ever say that again.
Nah, because you man try to be like, nah, that was XYZ ago, fam. All I'm telling you is who lands first. All I'm saying is there's evidence that it's possible. You get me? That's all I'm saying. Because remember, you man have not won an argument with me yet on this boxing team.
Bro, hey, you've been wrong mad times.
Yeah, here, bro. Man trying to come with the young OTC energy, bruv.
No. Oh, that's mad that OTC's bullying you. It's mad that OTC's bullying you. We've never got into a disagreement, but remember, when I make comments, I tell you what I'm moving on. And so far, I feel like I've been...
You've been just what, 50-0? You're going into the Hall of Fame, bruv. Listen.
no Hall of Fame settings. No Hall of Fame stay, but yeah, you get me. Like, remember, I was giving you mad clues on Cambosos. Everyone's like, rah. By the way, where's the Aussie man? Where's the Aussie lad?
Hey, bro, he ain't showed up.
He ain't been in the comments. He ain't been anywhere, man.
He comments on the videos when they go out. Like, so he's in the YouTube comments, but he's not on the live, bro. Smallsy, come on, bro.
Smallsy, you need to see you.
That's mad. That's mad.
Yourself, bruv. You set off the show beautiful as always, bruv. Stay blessed. We'll talk in a bit, fam.
Cool, brother.
What we doing right now? It's mad. I didn't know what you call it as a robber, you know. I didn't know Riakhporhe. Come on, fam. Delta State, my state, fam. But my wife's Yoruba still, so it's nuts. Yo, Ash.
KG, when you see Dillian White, you need to call him a gatekeeper to his face.
What is he? What are you gonna call him then?
No, you need to call him a gatekeeper. I need to see that. I need to see that video.
Well, all right. So all right. Let's because you lot think that I'm trying to be disrespectful. I'm not being disrespectful right now. Is he gonna win a title now?
Nah, of course not.
Right now, so he's not gonna win a title.
He needs a few more L's before becoming a gatekeeper.
Is he still a hard person to fight in the division?
It depends who you're talking about. For someone like Dubois, yes.
Exactly, gatekeeper. It's simple. It's not bad mind. It's what we know about Chisora is Chisora's not going to win a title. Is he going to be a big challenge? Is he going to be a guy that you say, oh my goodness, you come through him? Usyk went through that route, and Chisora can't do it forever. And we now think that Dillian right now with a title mandem, he's not going like that way.
No, I agree. There's only one way this career.
So what are we doing? See, he has to hold the line, and I don't think that's a mad thing. I haven't said anything wrong in that. I think Raw, like,
you may be right actually.
When he deep
if he's not a journeyman now, he will be in like 2 fights. Like it is journeyman territory. We're gonna get into.
Because who are you gonna fight if he goes up again? What are you saying? Who are we gonna put him in there with? We put him in there with what, AJ?
Oh no.
There you go.
Not another AJ Apricot, boy.
There we go. So it's not even. We put him in. We know what Fury did. So what? Like
it's a hard one to argue still.
Then you got Usyk, and then there we go. So it's like Raw, like, so what are we gonna do? So that means we fight down.
And the maddest thing is, and the reason why, just to back like that, you're probably right, is beating Dillian Whyte has a lot of value. There's a lot of value in that scalp for a young talent.
Listen, you lot, it's
mad. Dillian Whyte. Oh, if Dubois knocks out Dillian Whyte, we're talking about Dubois differently.
Exactly. So it doesn't help. This is what a gatekeeper. It's no disrespect, but I'm saying this is what happens if you beating Dubois means nothing. It'd be like Raw, like you should be.
You beat a younger
man. Them anyone that comes through, Frazier, any of the men that come through, they're not gonna speak that way until like. You know what I mean? If they beat him, you get all the credit in the world. He has to beat the man them. He has to beat the top 3 in the division.
So weird one though, because obviously, like, you can say the same thing about any of the top guys though. Like, okay, let's try and work out all the top guys' names who don't have a belt now. Yeah, beating Joe Joyce, that's a massive statement.
Yeah,
as well. That doesn't make Joe Joyce a gatekeeper.
I think maybe because it's the nature of White's
Dylan
losses.
Dylan is the man. Dylan's one of the. What I'm saying is Dylan is the guy, right? And it's like people are feeling it. I don't know why people are taking offense to the term gatekeeper. Chisora's been one for time.
Yeah, people love White.
People love I'm saying that Dylan right now, like, what do you want to call it? How do you want to address it? I'm saying you put him in there with the other man, them, and you don't have him winning. So I'm saying
I'd say he's not there just yet, but he's on the verge. Like
that's what I'm gonna say. He's not there yet, man. I get what you're saying, but there's still a few men out there, bro, that you could say that about, and it's like they're not gatekeepers, but Dillian just is, because like it's a bit crazy, bro. Like he just lost to Fury. I know if we're gonna evaluate the whole career, he still have a couple more losses for him to be at this gatekeeper like road.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't feel like my
AJ
is like
AJ Fury,
didn't it? But I'm just saying that if you put AJ in the ring again with Dillian, how does everyone see that fight going? Is anyone giving up?
AJ wins that. Let's not even debate. But what I'm saying is, you look at the losses that he's got in his records. AJ's Fury and it's Povetkin, and he's avenged that one. And it's like, outside of that, it's those top 2 guys. So it's a bit mad to just be like straight gatekeeper, because then anyone who don't have a belt right now could be a gatekeeper. If you beat them, then I'm not going to say it's a statement.
I see Parker the same.
Joseph Parker's not a gatekeeper.
What do you call Parker? What is he? What's Parker?
He's just one of those guys. He's still trying to get a belt. He's trying to get into the thing for the title. He's still in the mix. Like, he's not top tier, don't get me wrong, but he's not a gatekeeper. And that's what we're saying.
Younger, which helps. He's
so
also like
are you saying if Dillian loses another fight, you will say, so wait, you're saying he's kind of getting there, but he's not there yet. So you're saying
I think we need 1 or 2 more losses.
Let's say he lost to I don't know, Deontay Wilder. Would you call him a gatekeeper then?
That's a tricky one. You chose the one person that maybe excludes him from being a gatekeeper. If you just said anyone else.
That's the fight that changes everything, though. That's the only fight for me that now brings him back into he's like, we have to address it and look at him properly again.
How many? All right, October makes a great point here. She said, look at the stats. How many fights has Chisora lost in comparison to Dill? Because remember, the gatekeeper thing started from before those Dillian fights.
No, I'm not. Again, I think it's because
David Haye gave Chisora a second win at his career. but people never really stopped looking at Chisora as Gatekeeper, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I think you guys, I mean, maybe because I've linked the name Chisora and said Chisora can't do the job that he's been doing in that division anymore.
Chisora's a unicorn. No one.
Everyone's fortunate.
Chisora's got 12 or 13 losses and he's still getting paid M's. How has that happened? That's the first fight in history who's ever done that, by the way.
Actually, let's stay on this, yeah? So we remove it. And I'm saying that usually it's the guy between them lot at the top. And he is the guy between them lot at the top. And he'll say,
that's true.
If he tries to go up, that's how I understand the word, the term, the phrase of gatekeeper, right? There's them man at the top, and you can't get to them man at the top without passing through me, because I can beat you, man. Now, if you can beat me, you go into that division with them, man. So
that
I don't
metaphor is very good. That metaphor works as in if you beat White, you're ready for the next level.
You're ready for them, man. You can't. You're not. I know. I don't think
it also works if you say it about Parker. It also works if you say it's even about like a what? Like if you smoke Huey Fury in 2 rounds.
Value's
you're fully ready for those guys like the top. You're ready to go.
No, I'm talking about the value of beat like certain.
That statement there, you're ready. You got power certified. Anyone can be a gatekeeper by this, I feel.
No, but you have to have value on your name, bro. You have to, like, if I beat Huey Fury, like, is the streets getting crazy?
That's another good point.
We're talking about, you still have to be valuable. You still have to be like raw. He beat him.
You know how many men are going to be eyeing up Dillian White right now?
Of course they are.
Think of all the top level heavyweights that want that fight.
Yeah, for Dubois to call him out, that's a mad still.
It's mad.
It's a mad statement.
Saying. Dubois called it. I didn't say to Dubois, "Hey, call these guys out," but he said it. And look at the names he chose.
On that fight, Trevor Bryant is a human version of a pudding. You know, what a pudding would look like if it was in human form. That's Trevor Bryant.
It's interesting seeing what you call it, but you lot call in still. Like, call in and just tell me what you're saying, because people are not having
it. I feel is Wilder a gatekeeper?
Wilder's a 100% problem. I still see Wilder as
he can't be a gatekeeper.
He's not a gatekeeper. Wilder is 100% problem. I see Wilder like the only person he can't beat in this heavyweight division that I'm sure we know of is Fury. But when you put him in there with the other man, you can't say he's gonna lose it.
You're not saying no chance.
We're not saying no chance. We're saying raw. I don't even know about that one. When I asked you about the other man,
I love my favorites, but you can't say no chance.
There you go. When you say about the other man, you say if I said to you Wilder versus AJ, you're not gonna just tell me guaranteed AJ straight away. You'll have to pause for a second, and then I ask you the same question. I say Wilder Dillian, and then I said Wilder I said Dillian AJ, and you lot told me straight away. You didn't even no one took a breath. Straight in, boom, it goes like that. Why?
Yeah, you're podding today. With Riakhporhe and Okolie, I'm gonna use one word, and it's levels. So you see who Riakhporhe's they both got the same KO rate, but one's KOing a much higher caliber of opponent. You see Juma, like I know he's a friend of the pod and that, but he's not even won a British title before. That's the level he was just boxing out the fight before. This Turchi guy, like he's dead. It's like he's KOing these people, which is all well and good, but I need to see him go up the levels before I can say he beats Okolie. Okolie, how many rounds has Okolie lost in his career? Some of the main have been ugly, granted, but like
that's a mad stat. He's not really the type to give away rounds for all things he doesn't do.
KOs, man.
Yeah, he will make sure he comes away with that round.
It's just both of them carry serious power. They both carry serious power.
I go with Okolie in that one.
I do as well.
Do you think it's one that he has to maybe have two or three more fights, and then we could say what it looks like? Does it become a 50-50 then, or it can never be a 50-50? The class is just
it could be a 50-50. Okolie's not like Roy Jones, you know, like he's just very functional. He gets the W no matter what. I'd say Richard probably needs one or two more fights before I'd aim for someone like Okolie, to be honest. But it's still a great fight. I love to see. And then lastly, AJ DAZN. That's a real move. Like what Travis was saying, everyone watches DAZN's pockets, but they're a tech company who's starting up and acquiring sports rights across the world. That automatically means you accrue losses of billions. So they're not afraid of throwing money. They'll throw it if they want to get their man over the line. And what AJ's done, that's even more than generational wealth. What he's done, I don't know, he's created like a political thing that keeps him in the sport forever. It's a mad deal and one that should be respected. We don't see that in boxing. We see that in NBA. We see that in football. We never see that type of deal in boxing.
Well, AJ's a clever businessman. Probably he's elite when it comes to, you know, he's always
he's an elite businessman.
He's been talking about it. He's been talking.
And he don't throw away his money either.
For so long.
Like he don't throw away that money. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not throwing it away. And then lastly, Sky signed Joseph Parker. That means Joseph Parker is on pay-per-view soon, coming your way. And I don't want that. They replaced AJ with Parker, and I hate that. I don't like the sound of that.
That's interesting because that's interesting because weren't he verging towards Frank Warren in that BT relationship?
Frank stunned Joyce so dirty with this Parker fight. He announced it live on TV, and now that's it. It's over. He's fighting a journeyman. Well, not a journeyman. Yeah, he's fighting a journeyman.
I'm a bit worried about Frank's announcement and commitment to the yard fight because we see now that Frank's announcement can get fucked right out of his hand.
How much do you value Frank's word at? Shillings. It's not worth the paper it's written on.
Not shillings, bro.
Yes, bro, talk, fam.
Listen, I'm gonna big up.
I will jump off.
Listen, Trav, I think I really riled up the fans today with my
you have, bro, because it's like it's one of the ones where if we're doing logic without any other nuance, yeah, you might have a point, but it's the nuance that makes you go, yeah, but he's not there yet, man. You could never be out here talking about him being a gatekeeper. That's crazy right now, bro.
I don't know. Let me see. Listen, OTC
taking a few more losses, bro.
Big OTC's here, bruv. Listen,
OTC, what's good, bro?
OTC, how are you, fam?
We around here, fam.
Were you saying like I'm in your ends or something? And
bro. We're digital ends, bro.
OTC, let me you heard the start thing, right? What do you think about that? What do you think about the claim that I've made? I'm not trying to call him a gatekeeper in the most disrespectful way, right? I'm just saying in terms of I broke it down as much as I can for everyone to understand. Am I wrong in that saying that? Where are you at with it?
I understand where you're coming from, but I think your benchmark to then enter the promised land is a bit too high. I see a gatekeeper as a person who a lot of people can argue are a top 10 fighter, like a Chisora. Some people can say, oh, Chisora, he's a top 10 fighter. Other people say, no, he's accrued too many losses. You have to put him on the outside. For me, a gatekeeper is somebody who, if you beat them, you are 2 fights or 1 or 2 fights away from a world title, which effectively means you are in the top 10. You beat one person like a Joe Joyce or a Joseph Parker or Deontay Wilder, whoever you want to be, and then you're eligible for world title. That to me is a gatekeeper. I don't see it as a gatekeeper. You're in it, and then all of a sudden, the next person has to be a title shot, because that's a bit unfair. That's how. And also Dillian White.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it's too far. It's too far of a drop for you to be like, bam, you've lost the Fury after all this talk about. It's like now you're a gatekeeper immediately, just because anybody gets value because they beat you. It's like that cannot be the logic, bro. That means anybody who's not a champ that takes a loss, gatekeeper, just because you take, like, that's crazy.
No, so it's my thing is, I think I've tried to, I see it differently. That's the reason why I've said it like that. But I can see from everyone's comments in the thing, I can see how they are seeing it, right? But how I understand it is that's the promised land there, bro. And to get there, to get past me, before you see them, man, you actually have to see me. And what is a gate in my head? So that's why.
But that's not the case.
But nobody's. I hear it, so I'll accept it. I'll say, you know what? Cool.
Yeah. Dillian the route. Nobody's like there ain't many people that's going to be targeting Dillian. The only people that I've seen target Dillian is Okolie when he's saying that when I got to heavy, I definitely won that fight. But that's like long term. And now Dubois. outside of that, people ain't been shouting that they want Dillian.
Yeah. Joseph Parker wants the rematch, but I understand where you're coming from. But the thing is, you have to think about it like this: a gatekeeper. So in anything, like whether you got a kingdom, whether you got a gated community, there's after you pass that gate, there is a house, there is a room that you gotta get into. You don't just get into, like, you pass the gate, you already inside the bedroom all of a sudden. Like, there has to be steps going up afterwards. And another characteristic of a person who's a gatekeeper is somebody who's willing to fight every person. Somebody who's willing to stand there at the front and be accountable for every person.
That's Chisora now, bro. He's still the gatekeeper then. That's
Chisora then. That to me is Chisora. A gatekeeper is effectively a bouncer to the heavyweight world class or a club.
That's why Usyk had to see Chisora.
Effectively, that's how I'd see it. But I understand where KG's coming from.
Yeah, because even what do you call it? Fight Fan TV says a gatekeeper is the acid test fight. And no, Lennox in the chat, you said, are we rating Dubois now? No, no one's saying that. Like, it's just not at all, because it's what
he called him out. It's just that he called out.
It was just a call out. And again, how do you see that one going? Actually, OTC
Dubois versus Dillian White. I think even if you wanted to make a case for Dubois beating Dillian White, it's not on recent performances, but rather style, maybe training and application. You're not going to make a case based on the Bogdan fight or on the last performance against Trevor Bryant, or even he did fight before that. There was probably a tomato can. Yeah,
it was.
For can Dubois train for 6 months under Shane McGuigan and just work on just strictly setting up an uppercut and Dillian White with an uppercut? Is it possible? Potentially. But now we're talking hypotheticals here. And for Dubois, he's 24 years of age. And for me, he needs a couple more learning fights before he gets to the Dillian White stage. I think maybe some... And the thing is, I'm happy for him to face somebody within the top 15. Other people may say that's a bit too soon. I'm happy with that as well. If he wants to face, credible, it may be a Helenius or maybe Okolie, people like that. Just a couple decent names to work on the Shane McGuigan, get his rhythm and get his timing a little bit more better. Imagine him when he's 27 working on the 3-4 years with Shane McGuigan. I think Dubois got time. I think, yes, he's not the finished article right now. Yes, he lost to Joe Joyce, but he lost to Joe Joyce at the age of 22 against a guy who's a silver medalist, a very experienced fighter who's at that period of time, mid-30s or something like that. I think we need to cut Dubois some level of slack. And I think that if he worked with Shane, he put his head down, he works super hard, the sky's the limit with him.
How old is Dubois right now again? 24. Yeah, he's actually got time.
He's got time with his hands. Dillian White, I think, is about 34, 35 years of age. Like, we have to give Dubois some time to work on some stuff. Has he made improvements between his last fight and the Joe Joyce fight? Yes, but it's very minimal. Yes, it's very minimal. You're gonna have to start nitpicking stuff. His footwork is a little bit better. I can see some attention.
I feel like Dubois is one of those fighters that he's soon gonna become who he's gonna be. He's just gonna stay at that person. He's gonna be someone who has a threat. He's a threat at any time because he's got great power. But if you do certain things, you're gonna beat him, and you'll be fine to go to the next level. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's showing early signs of gatekeeperism, even in his own style.
No, at 24.
Not at 24. But it's a very simple style.
Yeah.
So no, but this is Lennox brings up this thing, right? He said, he goes, no slack for Dubois as long as he's chatting that. He said it, bro. He said the names in it. Like, I get you saying he's a baby in the division and this, that, and the other, but he chose those names. I was chilling. I wasn't expecting to say those names. He said, I'm ready for them. Bring them on.
You know what, KG?
He's in America. They was on that transmission. No one was expecting him to call out those guys. They probably would have said,
okay, let me ask you a question, yeah?
Talk to me.
What type of position do you have someone like Otto Wall in there?
Top 15.
Because he's a tough guy,
Yeah.
He gave Fury a tricky fight. He's been out on that for a minute. So it's like, what if someone knocked out Otto Wallin? Would you look at them differently?
Listen, no, because the funny thing is, I explained it totally. I said, look, I talked about the value that the person has, like the eyes that are gonna come to. Because end of the day, we're talking about the casuals. Like if you heard one day, raw, this guy beat up Dillian White, and I know I watched Dillian White on Box Office. I paid £20 to see a Dillian White fight. He fills out the O2. This is a big name. So if you beat that guy, I'm saying raw. If I told a casual, yeah, he beat up Otto Wallin or something, I don't know. Like I don't really know him like that. Are you with me? But if I said, boom, he beat, I'm talking going to a barbershop, say, raw, that guy beat Dillian White. Really? No way.
Yeah, bro.
Like, who is, I'm saying? So I'm just talking about value and what that guy's been. And that's what I mean by it. It's not, he's a valuable fight. It's a valuable win. Yeah. Like, it's credible. It's like the same reason why Chris Eubank Jr. was calling out Khan. Like, he knows the value of the name on the record. It's like raw. Like, I could fight all these other men that would be called gatekeepers and whatever it is. But
so, cool. Here's what we're gonna do here to cut you slack on your stance and everybody else's stance here. Is Dillian White on gatekeeper notice right now, basically? It's like, when the score's tied in tennis and it's 40-40 advantage, and it's like you gotta do one more thing just to secure that point. Is it a thing where he's on like gatekeeper A, gatekeeper advantage?
No, I would say so. I'd say he'll be on gatekeeper vibes if he gets 2 more losses, and I'm talking about 2 more credible losses. Like,
if they get a fight for redemption, I'm saying to you right now, because it's a fight that we do want to see. They both called each other out. They both said a lot of shit to each other. It's White versus Wilder. These men have been talking for a long time.
Yeah,
about doing it. Both of them have come off losses.
Yeah,
it makes sense. There again, the value's there. You sell it out. It's not even like it can't be a sold out show. It's sold out. I'll pay what you want me to pay. Right?
Come on.
What does that? Does that affect it, or you say, nah, that's still too great of a fight, so it doesn't affect it anyway? But is it the manner of defeat for whoever person?
No, if he's losing 2 more fights, that's it. Gatekeeper definitely.
Excluded Wilder. I would say excluded Wilder.
Why do you exclude Wilder though?
Because Wilder could beat up people within the top 5.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Wilder has got enough power to just go bang, you're out. He almost beat Tyson Fury the first fight. So Wilder has enough power to just take people out like that. Now, I think if he loses 2 other, against 2 other opponents, let me give you an example. If he loses to Joe Joyce and he loses to Andy Ruiz, fair enough. I consider that.
Sorry, just in my perspective, is tweaking in the timeline. He said you can't name 5 heavyweights better than Dillian White.
I can't name 5. Yeah, what? That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can, if we can. AJ, Wilder, Yuri,
Usyk.
Is it Usyk? Okay, after that, where are we? Joe Joyce?
You can't really justify
Joe Joyce in there yet.
Yeah, because Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, on paper, would you put him in your top 15?
No, fair. So there's no one else. There's no one else.
I'm saying.
I was always fair. I said that whoever would have won between Joyce and Joseph Parker, I would have put them in my top 5, even though Dillian White beat Joseph Parker, because
he's saying on the recent better than Dillian. Then you have done it. You have named 5 fighters.
I think now you go off hypothetical. Now you're going off like.
That's in my perspective. He's literally just finished his own question. He said you can't name 5, and then he jumps in to say that Joe Joyce is better than Dillian.
But overall, like I think we need to like give him a little bit more time. He's only, I think he's really, really, really young. Remember Dillian White at the age of 24? I was looking at him. He probably had like less than 5 professional fights, if that makes sense. And Daniel Dubois is, you can consider him a top 20 fighter. I don't think Dillian White was anywhere near him in his first 5 fights. So overall, and as well, Anthony Joshua. What a deal! What a deal!
Mad.
Absolutely, like it was. Do you know what? Sky Sports, because I don't think a lot of people are going to be talking about AJ and his deal, but on Sky Sports, for me, you got two routes now. Yeah, you could either go to the gym, squat to get that behind, or you got to do that BBL. If they want to do the whole BBL route, they have to do the
What's the BBL route? Who's the BBL route?
I'm telling you, YouTube boxing for 2-3 years, solid, yeah, until the Olympics.
The BBL route is crazy in boxing.
Trust me. Yo, you go that juice route, yeah. Get inside all of these, man, for the next couple of years, 2-3 big pay-per-view shows, yeah. That will cover for the next 2-3 years, and then you can, embed the Olympians, and grow the profile of some of the whoever they've got currently, if that makes sense. Maybe I don't know. Who else have they got?
It's insane, bro.
The BBL route.
I know it's a crazy analogy, but like you guys understand where I'm coming from. They can so that's what they got to do, because right now there's no other pay-per-view stars in the UK.
The thought of them, I can't even deal with it because you
put the wrong thing in my head, fam.
Nah, man, that guy out here, bro. Boxes with BBL.
Oh no,
I couldn't even. I was trying to keep it going. I was like, no, I don't even like that.
Yeah,
I don't even like that. I ain't gonna lie though, I was shook at that Ortiz in there, bro. He was in there, bro. I was thinking,
you have to keep him on the jab, innit? Don't engage, just keep on the jab.
You control the fight, bro. Take the fight to the places that you want to take it to, man.
You can't put the foot down. I had
to keep it on the outside, fam. When he made the mistake, I said, yo, get him out of here, fam. Get him out.
He's so straight. It's like, listen, it looks different from the outside. If you make a mistake, you have to pay.
He had to pay, cuz. Hey, what? See who's up? It's nuts. But that was crazy what you said about the BBL route, bro. I can't. It's a horrible thought that man's put into.
That's insane.
And Andy Ruiz. Again, like, there's some amazing fights at Dillian,
Nah, you can't say Andy Ruiz beats Dillian, but you can say that you got to rank him above him. You got to rank him above him because this brother was a whole unified champ.
That's nuts for just in my perspective thing, because he said name 5 fighters, and you lot just be out here naming mad fighters, and that's crazy what you lot are doing.
It's mad still.
People that was getting at me saying you can't say that. It's like, bro, you lot just naming, man, bro. It's crazy, fam. Anyway, Lineal.
Yo, what are you telling me?
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
We took it. Like, there's so much been
BBL
said.
route, yeah. Hey, OTC needs to trademark that. That's hilarious. Because the analogy was actually very spot on as well. That's why it's hilarious. He's been working on it. He's been writing that material. I like it.
Bro, he's been
What? You can squat? BBL.
No, OTC's been in the mountains with Gets, bro. This is crazy.
The revamp. If he's on a Gets revamp, I'll tell you right now, we're gonna have to start outlawing him. You can't take those calls.
Nah. He's been in the mountains for sure.
So talk to me, man. There's so much. We had the stuff on Munguia. I was talking about
Munguia needs to fight Charlo, man. Both of them are now getting the rep of being duckers. And it looks worse on Jamal because your brother is out here inviting the smoke, and Jamal's kind of like
chilling,
stalling. You're turning down Boo Boo Andrade fight. Then I feel bad for him because I know he's been chasing the Golovkin fight, and I bet you any money Golovkin loses to Canelo, yeah, then Golovkin will take the Jamal fight because that's another big payday, and then they'll be like, Jamal, I already got beat anyway, so what's the point of facing Golovkin now? So I think if Jamal can't get Triple G next, then Munguia fight's the only fight for both of them to make.
Too long. There you go.
That's the only fight to make.
He'll be waiting for too long when he deep it, because when is Canelo Triple G happening?
September.
He ain't gonna fight again this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yes, that Mongolia fight should be the one next because
this Triple G fight. Triple G retiring after Canelo, mate.
100%.
Nah, that.
Win or lose, he's retiring.
I don't know. I think that Jamal Charlo fight might be another big payday for him. You know, I think Al Heyman will throw in money if they can get. Well, you got to think about it. If they can squeeze the last bit of juice out of Triple G and be like, do you know what? We're trying to. They've been trying for years to get the Charlo. Sorry.
It depends how the fight goes.
Yeah.
If he gets knocked out by Canelo, yeah, he ain't fighting again. Because, like, remember, for Triple G, this is the Pacquiao Marquez. If he win, he's done. He's done.
I don't think. Nah, I think if it's decision, I think if he gets knocked out, he's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to take time. If it's decision though, and if it's a close decision, he's still got 1 or 2 fights where he can just be like, you know what it is, the system's against me, they screwed me over again. So it all depends on how he loses. And it's bad mind that we're just saying he's going to lose, but the odds are stacked against him, innit?
If he wins, though, he ain't getting anywhere. He ain't going to win.
No, for sure. For what?
He'll fight Bivol.
For what?
He'll fight Bivol.
No. Get that 4th match with Canelo. Cause that payday, you want payday? I know that. Listen, that payday for a 4th Canelo fight, that's generational money.
It's generational money.
Because imagine then it would have to be like, yo, Canelo, was your they're gonna be like, yo, Canelo, is your legacy a sham? And then Canelo's gotta come back like, what? They're saying, what am I name? Canelo's gonna turn into Marlo. They said, what? My name is my name. Listen. Nah. Triple G, he's got it. As long as he doesn't lose by knockout, yeah, the future's looking bright for Triple G. But I was gonna say, to sidestep onto what he said about the cruiserweight division before, yeah.
40 is nuts.
What did you say? Sorry.
I said the future looking bright. Nearly 40.
Listen,
he's saying
that's a good twilight zone for him. That's a good. Most people twilights are not this nice. So the fact that your twilight is a Canelo fight is like, yo, a twilight with Canelo fight, yeah, and losing in a respectable way can still get you a big fight on PBC against Charlo. I say that's good.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But I was gonna say onto the cruiserweight, yeah. Yo, what going for Chamberlain? Because I swear he fought for the IBF interim title. So so when they said that Riakhporhe were fighting IBF eliminator, so I'm just like, hold up. So why go with Chamberlain's interim then? Because
man,
is it too early to do Chamberlain against Riakhporhe?
Oh, flip me.
That's what people need to.
And that would benefit Chamberlain as well, still.
Yeah, that's the forgotten man. I feel like Chamberlain, I know he's like a quiet guy, but he needs to start piping up.
South
He's over there on. Sorry, go on.
I said South London supremacy right there.
He's over there on 25. Last I saw.
Nah, Channel 5 lost out to Wasserman, innit? So Hennessy's just floating like, wherever you want my services, you can have my files type of thing.
Right.
So if that's the case, I say, listen, especially with Chamberlain, I'm like, yo, you better start shouting at the rooftop saying, yo, I'm the king of South London.
He might go.
Listen, Chamberlain, if you're listening to this, call in and make your claim, bro.
It's true, you know, because they've left man out of the conversation again. It was a shame because remember Huggate, yeah? It was mad. Like person overcame Huggate. He's won mad belts. So we've been interested in what happened with Okolie, right? And Chamberlain just while he's gone on and won his fights after that, it's still like
under the radar.
Yes, it's so under the radar. Like, and I've forgotten him. How about that? I totally forgot about him in terms of
annoyingly
visibility as well. You gotta just say what it is.
It's hard when you're on Channel 5, man. Like it's hard.
What I think needs to happen, right? Because someone just said in the thing, Hennessy's going to Sky Sports. I was just about to say that, it's mad. That promotion, like these men need to start housing more promotional companies. Like having Boxer there, don't have other promotion, have other shows in there as well on a constant basis. Like Sky keeps saying, like with the platform, be the platform then. Just be the platform. Don't get involved with any one person over the other. Let these platforms all come in on a service basis. So it's like, boom, boxes in, Hennessy's in, this one's in, that one's in, and let boxing just be a madness on your channel. Because I feel like now them getting into bed deep, like that Hearn thing as a one-off. It's like, you can't afford to go there again. Like,
yeah, that's true. I think that's a very good point. But then I think also because the other promotions aren't the biggest as well, it would be easier to do that.
And they gotta get big. They gotta get big now. Like Ben Shalom's got to develop as a promoter and as a personality and as a person on the mic. Like there's times where I feel like, bro, bit timid still. Like someone else could be the mouthpiece and you do work behind the scenes and it work better than this. Do you know what I mean?
That's also a thing.
And I'll turn this thing into a madness with whatever I say, bro. I don't even care. Like he needs to be able to generate some excitement for this thing. That's what promotion is about. That's why it's called that. You know what I mean? So
even when you lot were talking about earlier on, when like the announcer was said to Riakhporhe, like, what? Who's the top guy? And then Riakhporhe's on the thing of like, yo, anyone. And Shalom's like, yeah. I don't know. Like, brother.
Listen, let someone say, Rah, do you reckon KG's going to be ready for Lennox? Are you mad? This guy is doing bro. I've never seen him train like this. He doesn't even take my calls anymore, bro. I got to book it in with his wife. That's how this man. Lennox, if you're watching this, please be ready because I don't want to see this brother hurt you like that on TV.
Hey, no, Trevor X Promotions. Wait, Chamberlain needs to sign to Trevor X Promotions. This is crazy.
KG would be standing there like, Trev, he's off on that one still.
Man said this is off the cuff. Nah, someone said in the comments about Savage Dan should maybe be the mouthpiece. I think they might have to give Savage Dan the bag and be like, yo, after these fights, Ben Shalom, step aside, let Savage Dan do the talking because Ben is like, maybe you do all the behind the scenes stuff well, but you're not talking the things.
But Savage like he's not like I don't know. Since he's been on Boxer, I haven't heard his like super strong
podcast Savage. That is the one I know.
I know, but this is where they have to maybe invest in him, give him the media training part of things, but then also be like, we need you to hype it because Shalom's not the guy.
Savage doesn't need no training. He just needs to just give us that other raw tick. You know what I mean? Don't water it down, and it'll be different. It'll be different.
Hey, listen, the promotion was strong, you know.
Someone has to know where their skills lie. If your skills are behind the camera, be there. Let the man get on the mic and really move this needle.
Yeah.
No. Someone said undefeated promotions. They might have to, because Chamberlain, brother, don't let Riakhporhe take your title shot, bro.
Yeah.
Why is it, man? What do you mean? Nah, I'm getting pissed off. Chamberlain. Why is the machine, man?
Rise my machine.
While we're here, because you know we've been talking about Frank Warren, and Frank Warren's got a pass, obviously, because he's put on a
shot at escrow.
You know, Frank Warren's got a pass because he's put on some big shows again. Wembley. So, hold on, we have to give him. Wembley sold out. Fury did what he needed to do. But now we're talking about the light heavies and that, and he's got a gem, he's got a talent, right?
Yeah.
And it's not clear that it's the next thing. It's not.
He's like Yard.
Yeah, like Yard is.
Yeah. Wait, what's not clear?
As in, they're saying raw, like he's talking like he's got the title fight. He's talking. He said he's booked out the venue already.
Yeah.
It's a bit techie still.
Come on, what do you mean, Troxy? No, I was joking. Nah, I want Yard to win. I need to stop saying this.
Do me a favor. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Bro, I fought at the Troxy.
Hey, go. Lennox says, KG, your promoter said you're ready. 100%. Are you ready? Listen, I want to talk to my trainer right now. There's a lot of things.
Hey, look, Big T just said, yeah, man, you can announce Ben Whittaker in the ring. I'd be gassed. Listen, are you mad? I would get that place so hyped up. It'd be crazy.
I'm talking to my trainer, bro. But we're
ready. Bro,
my trainer.
I'm telling you, you're ready.
Yeah, you're my promoter. promoter, bro. Yeah, I'm talking
Bro,
to my
I'm just saying, like, I'm doing everything in the camp, bro.
raw. Square down like that.
There's bare salaries you got to pay me. Mad salaries. I need 20% for the promotion. There's another 60% for the training. Another 10% for the tax fees. Bro, look, we'll talk. Don't even worry about that.
Hey, did you not see? Listen, this is irrelevant, yeah. But Black China had a fight the other day, fam.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I saw it. I watched like a clip of it, and I said, "This is wild." The footwork, though.
Fuck off.
Do me a favor, please. Get out right here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
They look like they're scrapping that Bagel King, fam.
It looked like, you know that fight after the rave? It's just these two girls going. It's just like everyone's standing around, don't really know how to feel. It's like, raw. They sanctioned this?
I don't give a shit about.
Very mad.
Horrible division, fam. Let's see what Tony's saying. Yo,
What's going on, bro?
come on, Tony.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Is there going to be a breakdown? Oh, sugar.
We got a little trophy ready for when Lennox is in shape. Yeah, when we're ready, we'll bring the silverware to the table.
That's right. That's what we're saying, bro. Undefeated promotions.
Strap season, bro. Strap season.
Literally.
I got to really get into shape, lads. You know, there's a lot of work.
I'm ready for you, KG. Come down, bro. You know it.
But Michael Venom Page said he wants to train me as well, fam. So, because I'll be doing illegal moves. I'll be doing illegal moves, fam. I'll be doing illegal elbows, bro. This guy told me that he's been fighting for years, fam. What? I'm on my Warrington, bro. Headbutt.
Headbutt your way out of it, bro. Get out of there as soon as possible.
All right, but talk to me again. You've been very clear in the. Actually, let's quickly have that heavyweight conversation.
Okay.
First,
let me address something.
Go ahead.
OTC came with a very good description with the BBL line. Yeah, I gotta give him props here because the man
It was funny.
did a little bit of work in the background, but clearly OTC ain't never boxed because I know people who have boxed, really boxed, who have got the silverware. Yeah, they know what OTC describes is a fallacy.
okay.
You just don't know what it takes to be a boxer. And I've got to take my hat off to people like KSI and Jake Paul and Logan because you know what? Not only have they talked the talk, but they walk the walk. But let me be honest. I'll probably say 95 of the people that talk the talk don't walk the walk. And they certainly don't get anywhere near them levels.
So you're saying the BBL route is just
BBL
Instagram
route is not rooting, brother. It's not rooting. Trust me. Ask any decent, any decent amateur who will tell you how difficult it is to get to an ABA title, for instance.
Yeah.
Get
What?
to like southern area.
The southern area, yeah.
Yeah. So don't underestimate these people and think that, you know what, I know boxing. No, you don't. You ain't never boxed.
Listen, he came out there. Listen, he came out there again. He just put his trophy on the table. He said, "Listen, shut up, fam." That's you did that. It's powerful, fam. Oh, sugar, not the silverware. Not the silverware.
Silverware, bro. Yeah, see it. It's up there.
Yeah, bro. Next to that dead Arsenal shirt.
Trophy.
Trophy's trophy. Wait, hold on. I stay in. Listen, yeah. You know what? I need that Mike. If oh my goodness, I got a film for you guys, bro.
Mate, I'm on your
like Mike with the gloves, bro.
You're in, brother. Don't worry about Lennox.
Come on, bro. But I want to wear like the like Mike gloves, yeah. That just turn me into Canelo, fam. You know, I want the gloves. Bro, take him out, fam. That's a good little boxing idea, though. You never know. It could be a good movie still. There you go. no, but talk to me. Let's get into the heavyweight discussion that was having. We're talking about. I understand the gatekeeper conversation, right? But we're having a conversation about Dillian and not what's next, but Dubois obviously called him out. Yeah, he's called out 2 names. He's called out Parker. He's called out Dillian. He didn't say anyone else. Those are the names he could have called out a lot of men, but he said those 2 names specifically to put himself into that market. Do you think he's too quick with that? Do you think it's a good fight for Dillian? Do you think what are you thinking about this?
I think it's just confidence that is emitting out of his mouth. I mean, you know, you've got to put that statement in with the Riakhporhe statement about Okolie. Yeah, take my name out your mouth. Yeah, but let's be honest. If you really are about that life and you really believe in yourself, yeah, like Ben Whittaker the other day. Ben is talking about, give me 5 fights. I'm taking out Dan Aziz. Dan Aziz has a right to turn around and say, keep my name out your mouth. But let that guy have his due. Yeah, you got to be confident. You're bigging up your chest. Fine. I don't mind that in a fighter. You know, that is part of the game.
That's real.
Yeah? That's part of the game. You got to be able to walk the walk, talk the talk. There's
100%.
a lot of guys who can't do that talk. You know, so they're the quiet guys, the Buatsis of the world. They ain't bringing people's name into disrepute. Whereas there's other guys, they want to shout out and say, yeah, I'm ready for all comers. But when it comes down to it, it's about who are the names on your contract. I know you talked about Jamie Munguia. You know, how long has Jamie Munguia's got like 35 plus
40.
fights?
Yeah, he's
He ain't yet fought a decent fighter.
Yeah.
He's beating up on old bin men. It's a Julio Cesar Chavez type bum of the month type tour.
Yeah, 40 fights. That I'm looking at now. 40 fights, 32 KOs.
It's ridiculous. His record is ridiculous because you should no way have all them fights and you ain't fought nobody in the top 5. Nobody. It's ridiculous.
But then that's why this is why I was trying to put I know that the Charlo thing might not happen, but and again we talk about the next gen, we talk about Eubank Jr. So I don't know why we're not having that conversation. Why that's not on the table, why that's not on the cards.
The thing to be positive about is think about it this way. This first half of this year, we have seen some of the best boxing we've ever seen.
Super.
Yeah. When you look at us, where we're at today, we're halfway through the year and we have had some of the best boxing. How many undisputed champions have we got right now running around? How many guys have we got running around who have been undisputed? I mean, obviously, Terence Crawford ain't currently an undisputed, but to all intents and purposes, we consider him an undisputed champion. Yeah? And he's 1 fight away from doing it in 2 divisions. Inoue is 1 fight away from that title, but let's be honest, Paul Butler ain't never going to be a guard against that happening. So boxing is on a high.
It is.
And, you know, it's my hope that what has happened in this first 6 months continues. And I've already seen some fruits that likely to happen. You know, we've seen people talking and saying, yeah, if that happens, this happens. And with these things happening, it could mean we're going to see more undisputeds. We're going to see more guys jumping up from one weight to another and saying, okay, let's get it on. You've been talking the talk. Let's do it. Finally. You know, my second half of the year, fight of the year, will be Crawford Spence.
Ooh, if we get that, if we get
that at the second half, game's over.
You know it's going to be a madness. It's so true.
If we get that, oh my goodness! Again,
talking fight of the decade, and we're only 3 years into the decade.
You know, you were saying you were making a lot of noise the other week talking about Naya Nue and what? Yeah, happy, very like again.
I mean, you just have to. You know, superlatives. I just run out of them with that guy.
What do we do with him?
He's so good, and he's fought in 3 weight divisions, but he missed 1 out. He literally went, I'm not even going to go in that weight division. I'm going 2 up. And he's still banging out people, and he's got another 2 divisions to go. So we are looking at the next Pacquiao, another guy who could reign at 7 divisions.
But the thing is, though, those divisions down at those weights, they go up by like £2 each time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like, you mentioned,
there is
yeah,
a
5,
point-
6, 7 divisions. That's like,
There is still a point where you go.
Still got to rate him though.
Yeah,
You still got to rate him.
No, I'm not questioning the rating.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things where it's like, annoyingly, it's not likely for him to grab the casual fan base because of the fact it's like £118 division. It's just small. It just irritates me because men are missing out on Inui, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, the guy's the truth, man. I just wanted to make, because you did come on here last week and you said,
hold on a
Love
second.
that guy.
Someone just mentioned Fulton. How do you reckon Fulton and Inui goes?
Well, Fulton versus Akhmadov is the fight to unify that bantamweight title. That is a 50-50. So I know people I personally love Steve Fulton. Yeah, but he has a guy in his own division he has to overcome before we start talking about Inoue. And if Inoue's going up there, then.
But let's just say, because remember, he's a champ still at the weight. Fair enough, they ain't had the unification, but he's still a champ at the weight. So if Inouye comes up, it's champ.
He's got two. MJ's got 2. So it just makes sense. We shouldn't be talking about Inoue. We should be talking about them 2 getting it on, and let's get another undisputed. Which again, if we could get that this year, bloody fire.
But let's just say that they got in the ring. Who do you think wins?
I'm going with Inoue, man. That guy's different gravy. He's a monster for a reason.
He's a monster, man. He ain't right. He ain't normal, man.
I'm reserving judgment.
Really? Trav, really?
It's one of those fights where Inouye is the monster, 100%. But this Fulton's very defensive guy that has a lot of Arsenal in his. Yeah, I mean, like, so it could be one of those ones where it's just who's gonna be the one to impose
pressure. Inouye's coming with that pressure style, though.
Yeah, but you're talking up Fulton like he's the don of his division. He ain't quite the don. There's a guy who holds the other 2 belts who is a badass.
I hear you. I'm just saying, I'm reserving judgment.
Go watch his fights. Yeah, he's built like a brick house and punches like one. Yeah.
Listen, you came in here.
Sonny's on fire today.
You're on fire. Everyone knows what to do, bro. Tomorrow is your time, bro. You don't know.
Man, we got a packed program tomorrow, guys. Looking forward to seeing you. So,
sick,
guys.
Come on,
bro.
Wow, Tony was on fire today.
He was cooking, bro.
Homework was homeworking, fam. It's brilliant. Let's bring in Muhammad. We already know Muhammad's gonna take us on a journey anyway. We know. Let's just go to him right now, bro. Yo,
how's it going, guys?
Talk to us, bro.
Big up to you both, and big up to everyone on the chat, like always.
What's up, bro?
I was gonna touch on the Inouye thing, but Tony kind of took my words out of my mouth because he was kind of spot on.
He's on fire.
I was happy he fights in Japan. Because let me tell you something. When you find out there's a Inouye versus Done at 1:15 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'll take a lunch break. It's perfect timing, and it's like a brilliant knockout.
It just works. It just works in your day-to-day favor, fam.
Nah, because you know what it is? He fought a couple of years ago, because I work in construction as well. So I had like a site meeting and I found out he was fighting, what's that British guy? Dave Caldwell was training him. I forgot, they're the brothers. I forgot, it was at bantamweight. I can't, it's gone on top of my head. A couple of years fought in Japan and he was at daytime as well. So, but anyway, just on Inouye, just touching on what Tony mentioned. I think like he gives those vibes of like the Pacquiao-esque in terms of the quick combination and the power. And obviously, I don't want to go on saying like, oh, he's going to become like a Pacquiao because Pacquiao's so rare, you know, to be a flyweight to a one light middleweight champion. That was unbelievable. But to have so many guys on the cusp of pound for pound, like top 5, like if you look at Inouye as an example, or Shakur Stevenson, or you look at the Usyk, etc. We got a lot of guys that kind of generational fighters, and we're kind of in an era right now where we're, like Tony mentioned, about unifications and undisputeds. And if you look at Fulton versus Ahmad, I can't even pronounce his name, as a fight, we're one fight away from a super bantamweight undisputed. We got Inoue. If he fights Paul Butler, and let's be honest, he probably
I don't even want to see. I don't even want to see. I don't even want him to. I don't want to be that fight. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you.
One of those fights where it's like, yo, bring that belt right here. Bring that belt to me.
100%.
I don't want to put my brother.
But yeah, that's incredible. We could have like lower weight divisions having undisputed champions as well, and that's fantastic because we want to see like top. We want to see the top, like someone who's not is undisputed, like in all the divisions.
I want all the belts in one place. It just makes things easier, you know. When you split up, it's like it just like you're like Ross. So who's the champion then? Now it's like let us know, like all the belts, one guy.
We want a designated champion, like once and for all. But just touching on a couple of things, I heard today about the Dubois and his knockout of Trevor Bryant. I just want to say, Don King, putting the money where his mouth is with the crowd, with the whole show. Because I never seen like the last time I saw that kind of crowd is watching old YouTube fights from like the late.
Man said he's got a crowd from the past as well.
Man was sitting there with the big phones with the aerial.
I mean, just on that, because I know people were saying about Dubois calling out Dillian White, etc. To be fair, I don't blame him in the sense that if you look at Dubois, he's not a great self-promoter, easy, let's be honest. I know you guys did a skit a couple of years ago when him and Joe Joyce had their, when they did a sit-down on Good Morning Britain. I was like, I mean, to be fair, he's now having to obviously call out these fighters like Dillian White. Like, I see Dubois at a stage of similar like Jaime Munguia in the sense that he's 24 years old. The titles, let's be honest, because of it's kind of sealed between Fury and Usyk, etc. In a couple of years' time, they will be fragmented. Or separated again. And if you look at Dubois as an example, you look at the fringe world titleists, like. When I say fringe, I mean like look at Martin Okolie. I'm not sure if Tony Yoka comes back or not, but as an example, Tony Yoka, Frank Sanchez, a lot of these guys, they're still risky fights for him. So him calling out Dillian White, which I don't mind him out, but
skip the queue.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he needs to approach those fights because he's still at an age where he can still grow. And if I was him, I think for promotion, he needs to call them out because like I said before, he can't self-promote. It's quite boring. I don't even see BT pushing him as much. It doesn't feel like it's like
that's why it was clever. It was a clever move from him to do what he did. Again, Connor's done the same. There's Bearman that is in his space that at his level, and he's looked past them. He's like, "Raw, I'm not on that level. I'm jumping up. I'm putting myself up there with some next guys, you know what I mean? I ain't looking at these guys that, they're my, we're size, but he's saying I'm different. And if he wants
So I was just going to say, how long has Trevor Bryant just had that belt quietly over there? Just chilling. Like, it's weird that he's even been able to just in this climate, this current climate of all the only names at the top, he's just quietly been there as the WBA ready.
It's him and Manuel Cha. I don't know how many times someone mentions Manuel Cha as a WBA interim title fight. I swear it's 5 years, like for the last 5 years. Even since Davey Day wanted to fight him 10 years ago, he's been WBA number one. I swear. But I just want to touch on the Joshua thing because I know he signed with DAZN and etc.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm a Chelsea fan. So last year we wanted to sign Haaland and we got Lukaku. This year Sky lost Joshua and they got Joseph Parker. That's how I feel with that thing. Literally, right? The same day we are here, Joshua signed with DAZN. Sky Sports announced Joseph Parker, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Joseph Parker because he is a world title contender, like that. He's at that level. But let's be honest, like Joseph Parker, even like the thought of a Joseph Parker Huey Fury rematch, like doesn't excite me at all. And they're trying to say that like is the big thing. Like I'm not going. I don't know how you guys feel, but that doesn't excite me at all.
I feel the same as you, bro.
Do you know, it's only Ty like will play this. This is the perfect soundbite because let's be honest, like when someone announces a move like that and then you do what you did, this is the sound, bro.
You are an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
Because it's disgrace. You can't put it out there. Again, it does feel kind of Man United-ish, you know, where everyone is announcing big deals, bro. And then we're just showing Wan-Bissaka training, bro, and getting ready for preseason, fam. It's crazy, fam.
And
so it's deeper for us, bro.
You know what is with Sky as well? Like you look at the Riakhporhe Okolie thing. Like I'm thinking as well, if you're Sky, you literally gotta let go of some of your stars for them to get the big title fights. Because unless you're hoping like, because if you think about it, like who do Top Rank have outside of Fury as they have? Is Frank Sanchez? Frank Sanchez with Golden Boy, isn't he? I presume he's on the DAZN. So it's like I'm looking at who Sky got. I know they got Michael Hunter coming in, but it's like if you see the crop of heavyweights they got, it don't excite me at all. And another
and they just Frazier, and they got hold on once. Who have they got?
They got oh, what's his name again? They signed him, the Olympian. I just lost on top of my head. But it's just, for them as well, for Sky as well. They need fighters to fight regularly more because this inactivity thing as well. Like if you look at Eubank, all of a sudden I don't hear any Eubank fights coming through as well. Like
it's so mad,
crazy, bro.
Like there's no consistency with Sky at all. Like it's if you see the start of the year how they were moving compared to now, it's the IFL. It just seems like next genish.
What I don't know what happened with this Ben Shalom league. I completely missed this in the news cycle. Like I've seen it flowing around. I'm like, I'm not.
Danny though. Danny just gave us £10. He said, "Raw, the £10, bro. No,
shout out Danny. Thank you, bro. That's much appreciated, man.
Proper appreciate. Don't leave that out.
I saw this Ben Shalom clip that was on this week. But someone put a clip out say when Ben Shalom said he didn't want to ask questions about Joshua. Or man. Before the interview,
but you know, it's again that the beef is going to be flying in it. You know, Sky will say to themselves, you know, they've had the big relationship with Eddie Hearn, this, that, and the other. They've helped build what that thing. You've heard things say. Adam Smith say it himself. I was listening to an interview with him on.
Yes, Mike.
And he's saying, listen, we done a lot of work on AJ. We built AJ, this, that, and the other. He wouldn't be the guy that he is without Sky. You know how you
think Sky are on that HBO thing? Remember when Al Heyman took the Golden Boy fighters to Showtime, and then HBO just had Golden Boy for a couple of years, and they kind of moved.
And then they quit.
Do you think Sky could be on?
I still remember the last HBO broadcast.
Yeah,
I was there sad still. Jim Lampley and them, man.
Bro, you know that HBO intro. If you watch all the old fights, that intro is like gives you like nostalgia.
Yeah,
nostalgia. Even Nassim Hamed, Lennox Lewis were all on the signature as well, like on the intro. And it gives you very nostalgia vibes. But yeah, I just wanted to say big up to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Big up everyone on the chat as well.
Education is real, fam. Big up, man. Mohammed, stay blessed. 9:30, man. I know you gotta get your lines in and just get to it, bro. Big up to you. You're working hard. Listen, people, I'm glad you enjoyed the show, man. We're here.
Guys, just before you go, listen, my Soho theater run is next week. If you haven't and you're planning to come, get your tickets ready, bro. Get your tickets.
Wait,
June 21st to 25th. No, Tuesday to Friday.
Okay, cool. Raw, you even look soccer.
Yeah. It's a mad one. But yeah, bro.
And yeah, big up to October Red as well. Like, you lot need to understand, yeah. We got pulled up by security. October Red said no, bro. She's like Moses, Red Sea said now pass, fam. She Gandalf said, and she got us through, bro. It was incredible, fam. So she's got clout. You lot make sure you just go to her channel and show some love, man. It's real. Big up till next time. We are. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do it right. We are out.
Peace.